heavy, isn't it?
It was cold in December.
Good afternoon from Constantino Brothers Hotels in Cyprus.
Good afternoon, Sess. You obviously must be delighted with how this Festival of Bowls is progressing.
It's going along sweetly and everybody, I think, is enjoying themselves. There's a lot of flat green bowlers here also, and they reckon it's the best bowling venue they go to anywhere. And I have to concur with that because of the Crown Green.
Yeah, I mean, you've been bringing parties here, Sess, tournament organiser for many, many years. You've been here yourself since February. It is a superb venue, one of the best in the world. So you must actually be really pleased and honoured that a lot of people come year after year, and you're getting new visitors each time.
Well, we've been doing the holiday now for 16 years, and obviously things changed a little bit between the first 3 and 4 years. But now, I would think we would get 90% repeaters, and then we get people that get old and they have problems, and new people take the place. So usually the holiday fills quite quickly for November, and then this one we don't put out for a little bit later, which we're hoping is going to be a success again. The sponsors have said they're going to sponsor us again, so that's a good thing. Like I say, screening it live here lets you people in England see what you're missing. So Lynn's in an element here in the sunshine. So anyway, I think it's fabulous anyway.
So just tell us of the format for the viewers back home, Sess. Obviously, this tournament that we're live streaming from this afternoon. The first tournament is the Royal Artemis Medical Centre sponsored doubles. What other competitions are being played this week?
Well, there's the Cantina Per Vinny one. There's the Zen and Coaches. We have singles, both men and ladies. We have round robin. We have doubles. We have last chance thing. Total prize fund is about, altogether for the 3 weeks, is £8,750, which I think you'll find it's as good as anywhere. So we look after the people that come as well.
Yeah, and obviously any viewers out there that are interested in coming out and competing in the real good quality competitions in the wonderful complex here, the Athena Beach, under the beautiful Cypriot sunshine. How can people get out here, Sess?
Well, they can either, if they want to come with us, they look on the internet and email me at chopebmw@yahoo.co.uk. Anybody that sends me an email, I will reply to, and I will send them forms. Anybody wishing to enter, you'll be well looked after. The holidays are as safe as they can be. So no matter what you may see on odd channels from the people who are jealous who have been banned from Cyprus, this holidays is the best, believe me.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to speak to you as always, Sess, and I know you are a man who works extremely hard to make sure that everybody is safe, well, and enjoys the bowling, and first and foremost enjoys their time here at the Athena Beach. So many, many congratulations.
Thank you, Liv. And thank you as well.
Right, we'll be back in a moment with the action from the Royal Artemis Medical Centre sponsored Open Doubles. Don't go away.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. As Lynn said, we're just picking up on the quarterfinals of the doubles. Joining me up here, Steve Davis and the legend Roy Armson. Good afternoon, Roy.
Good afternoon, Mel. Yes, good afternoon, everyone.
One thing interesting with the competition, we've not having British Crown Green dress code. The organiser said it's an holiday, wear what you want. What do you think of that, Steve?
Bloody great idea. Too warm for a dress code out here. Far too warm.
Okay, well, I'll hand over to Steve and Roy. They'll do the commentary on this game. I'm going to look after the camera and the technical stuff. Over to you, guys.
Hope the technical stuff's not too technical, or we could all be in trouble.
Steve will introduce the players in this particular game.
This morning's group stages were held as obviously a round robin, and they were the best of 8 ends. But in the last 8, which is all the games are just about to go on the green, these are going to be played and it's 9 up, so it's a straight knockout now. Tom Holt has just sent his second bowl. His partner Martin Gilpin won the first end. He got a single. And Joan Jolly, and Joan will have a bit of work to do here, Roy, because I think Martin's going in to try and count 3.
Yeah. I watched Martin play yesterday, and of course yesterday the conditions were pretty awful for the players. There was quite a strong wind, and it definitely did affect the bowls, and Martin was having difficulty with the line, really. He was quite often he was coming inside the line, which on this green is something that you don't want to do.
Well, you had a problem yesterday with the wind, was people being unbalanced sending the bowls, and also the wind affecting the bowls as they trundle across the green. Being such a quick green, the bowls travelling quite slowly, so can be easily affected by a strong gust of wind.
But today conditions are perfect. Couldn't be better for bowling today.
Couldn't be better for players or spectators, to
correct.
Be fair. Martin's just having a bit of a look and see how many. I think they'll line at least 1. Maybe worth a measure. I think measures are required. Tony Chesters is acting as a referee.
Yeah, Tony's been a great help here. He's always on hand to help out with putting the players on the green and helping with the measures. He's a real first-class stalwart.
Must also give a good mention for his good lady Bev, who's also, a pair of them have worked tirelessly this week, helping the organisers out. And I think that was a count of 3, Roy. 4-0.
Playing thumb peg here, about 30 yards, right through the centre of the green.
Very tricky land this, Roy. Easy to, well, do what that one did and just drift a little and not show any signs of bias whatsoever.
Yeah, on the face of it, you would think that everything would be quite easy on a flat surface, but of course, as we know, this green is not perfectly flat. It has quite a few imperfections, and it can be very demanding at times, and can result in quite a bit of head shaking.
Well, this morning, actually on this green, Joan Jolly and Marjorie Beaumont were undefeated. They romped 12-2, 8-6 and 14-2, so it was an easy morning for them. But a bit more pressure this afternoon. Hopefully
Martin's come the other way. Come finger peg.
will do well to get clear run now. Of course, Joan being one of these pesky left-handers who should be banned from the game because they make things difficult for the rest of us.
Yeah, Joan will be quite familiar with the green. They've been, her and her husband Frank have been coming here for a considerable number of years.
Frank, of course, if I remember correctly, Frank won this competition last year.
Right.
With Kevin Truby. Clear run for Martin. Will just be closest bowl. I don't think this is short, right? That connection on the jack helped immeasurably. Kick him in quick. Hopefully somebody will signal to the measurer, to the marker. Always nice if they get told. 1-4. Marjorie leads out. Similar sort of length mark, Roy.
Yeah, finger peg. Again, right through the centre of the green, probably about 33 yards here.
We think it's a fairly quick finish into that corner for a non-flat green.
Yeah, it's all about length on this green. 90% of the ends will be won with a length ball. Easy to say, but not so easy to do.
Especially on such a quick surface, the difference between a yard bowl and a length bowl is a fraction, really, what you have to alter.
The only thing I will say is that some of the players will have to adjust this afternoon if they've come off the top green, because the top green's about 3 yards faster than this one.
Just dashing across our screen is Jamie Fitzpatrick in his game. Tom's corrected with the second bowl, Roy, but he's just a little bit narrow.
Yeah.
Joan's left hand's just dragged that one across and didn't come back for her.
Yeah, anything over a length and it just won't have it.
Good ball for Martin.
Good ball, Martin.
And Martin will use his experience on all playing surfaces. I think for him, you would think most of Martin's bowl will have a better chance of finishing on length than some of others. those wanting to leave us a message, don't forget we are on Twitter @LiveBowls. Please be kind and please be polite. We may try and read some out. Well, Martin had asked how many seconds he had, so he tried to play a more than aggressive bowl to take the counting bowl out of Marjorie's. So one more to the total, 2-4. Somewhere slightly different, Roy.
Yes, I don't know whether she's playing to instructions, but Marjorie's changed it now. She's playing her finger peg around about 28 yards. I think she may well be thinking that she's playing against Joan Jolly's left hand. About 4 feet off.
From memory, Roy, of last year's competitions and what they've seen so far this year, it's not the easiest to mark this. It can be quite easy just to, as you mentioned, drift by or try and overcorrect and pull it tight.
Yeah.
Needs a better bowl here, Marjorie. If only she was a length, Roy.
Yes, yes. And that's the curse in pairs bowls. You don't like your lead player to play short bowls because quite often they're in the way of the last player.
I think Tom may have thought, last thing I want to do is knock that one any closer, and stuck his bowl out on extra bowls width, and it just didn't look like pegging in. Now, this is looking at it, if it clear run. Just pegged away. Martin's on the way. You would think this will get another Roy.
Oh yes, good bowl.
Bit of pressure on now for Joan. With those two, they are currently lying a 6-2 lead, so can't afford to give away too many points here. And just drifting by, you would think Martin will be confident of getting another.
He sent that ball very quickly.
And of course, hello to everybody in Twitterland following the coverage. Yeah, probably sent that ball a bit too quick. But two more. 6-2 to Holton Gilpin. Tom looking towards that corner again, Roy.
Yeah, I think he'll go a bit further. He's not though. No. He's only about 26 yards.
They're going shorter and shorter. Do you think they're getting tired?
Hanging back again.
Something slightly wrong with that bolt. This is a...
Oh, he's caught Marjorie out.
Bit of a slick bit of land, this, Roy.
Yeah. the line right, but 5 feet over.
Now, good bowl from Marjorie.
Yep.
Magical length bowl. Martin's still looking at this. It's just drifts through the gap. Jones probably thinking that many bowls at the back must be a very quick bit of land this, and just overcompensated.
Yeah.
Well, any kind of connection Martin was thinking wouldn't be good on the jack, but he's just only just missed it again. And of course that's what Jones doesn't want to do, so he must be careful. But she's not doing any damage, and I think she's getting another. Two, 6-4 now. Well, 4-6 as they will lead out. And what we have to remember, Roy, is for those who normally play bowls at home at this time of the season or this time of the year and have played all through the winter, been used to playing on wet greens with a bit of grass on them, it's been a right launch to the corners. You come over here and it doesn't really matter who you are or even on your delivery, you can send them a fair distance on these greens. You haven't got to worry about not reaching.
No, that's absolutely right. Even though this is quite a large green in flat green terms, it's easy to reach everywhere. It's a pleasure to play on a green like this.
Yeah, good ball from Tom. Do you think that one's favourite, Roy?
I do.
This one's labouring. This one not going to be
No.
where either Marjorie or Joan would have wanted it.
No.
Let's see, we have another game who might be interfering with our pictures because their end is very close to the one we're following. Jones bowled just a little bit on the tight side, okay, not quite a length.
What about this?
Wow.
Great ball.
Very good bowler, Martin Gilpins. This one's having a look, Roy. Is he just going to peg tight and short?
I think she could have done with a little bit of information from Con there, just to give her an idea what to do. She could have been onto that ball, another 2 yards on it.
Martin going for game. Shake hands, thank you very much. Job's a good one, Roy.
All in, all weighed in.
We're just going to switch over to a different game to follow now. The athlete you're now watching Senders bowl is Chris Simpson. He's one of the people from the Midlands who speak in a funny accent. And Chris Simpson's playing with Peter Hidden, and they are playing Vi Dennison and Eileen Lonergan. Eileen Lonergan. Chris, I'm no doubt, will give his partner some instructions, and we actually already have a game off. Ken Powrie and Paul Dennison won 9-2 against 9-2 in their game. Is it Con O'Neill and Beryl Keogh? We may notice in this game, Roy, I think in the first game we just saw there wasn't a lot of information coming from the lead players and to their partners.
Yes.
I think we have no problem in this game with Chris Simpson, who quite happily gives advice to anybody.
Well, these four came off the top green, so they will have to make a little bit of an adjustment here because, of course, as we said before, this green is somewhat slower than that top green. So I certainly think, you know, you will need to give some information. But Peter Hidden is one of the original Cess Hope group players. Peter's a very fine player. Probably not known to many people over on the mainland, but he is a very fine player here.
With the two that they've scored at this end, that makes it 3-2 to Chris and Peter. And the West Brom fanatic from the Black Country leads out. A bit of distance with this Jack, Roy.
Yes, playing finger peg just underneath the centre of the green. Playing about 40 yards here.
I think his ball was travelling quicker across the middle of the green than it did when it left his hand.
Well, quite often this green suffers from overnight rain, and it takes it until about 2 p.m. each day to dry out. But we haven't had that today. It's been perfectly dry from this morning.
He got that ball out like a wet turnip, but well, it counts too, but I'll be surprised if there's not a number of balls inside it by the time this end finishes. Going by Chris's bowls, this looks like a good effort from Peter.
Yeah, he won't be far away wherever they go, Peter. He's got a very, very good idea of this green, and of course he's got the weakest bowls of the whole group. But he knows where to put them.
trying to catch another. He's certainly not going to do any damage. And he'd probably walk across the green thinking he wishes it was a couple of foot further, especially on the land it was on. Well, Simo's looking at it, not happy. Oh. I think Chris Simpson thinks that may have won it, and Peter's just called for a measure to confirm. Good eyes from Chris Simpson, got it bang on.
Thumb peg here, about 26 yards, quite a bit shorter than the previous end.
And a very quick mark right towards the other greens and the Mediterranean, and a good length.
Yep.
Similar with another wet turn up of a bowl, but
he's played a bit frightened, hasn't he? Well, Chris, will it just peg in? Will it? Yeah, good bowl from Chris. Chance for Peter here to put. There's certainly room to get in and play a good bowl. See, they're barely letting it go. Right, very quick mark. Peter's just stuck that one out. So, one more to the Simpson-Idden partnership. Bit of a marathon, Roy. 4-3. 4-3 this game. So Chris Simpson, member of the George Worley Club, thumb peg, heading towards a corner again. Bit difficult to tell, Chris, because he seldom looks happy, so you don't know if he sent a good one or a bad one.
Good bowl here with a miss. Well, it's fair this, and I don't think it's going to stop, right? Yeah. Goes out.
Yeah.
There's different land to Vi's first. Simone needs rescuing at this end.
Anywhere around here.
Instructions given to partner. Looks alright so far, right?
Yeah. Good instructions there.
Yeah. So you should always try and help your partner, because obviously you're standing at the business end. You can see what bowl really needs to be played. Kerry Morris and Joan Asquith have just won their game against Jamie Fitzpatrick and Ronnie Lyon. We think that game finished 9-4. So now Chris will lead out. They have the green to themselves. The eyes of the bowling world will be upon them, Roy. And they lead 5-3.
Playing finger peg here through the centre of the green, very close to 40 yards. And of course, one of the things that can happen in the crown green as opposed to flat green is that if things aren't going according to plan, you can always change round. The lead player can change, whereas of course in flat green you can't do that.
Chris's bowl has probably finished, what, 5-6 feet short, Roy?
Yeah, he did that at the last end, and then he put too much in with his second bowl. He's asking for information now as to how far he's off. Let's see if he rectifies it.
He sent a bowl tighter than cramp.
Oh dear.
Vi's bowl was a little bit too far. Can she correct? Peter's bowl, if it's a length, it's a good one. Simo likes it, and why not?
Eileen's cut it inside.
Of course, a good count at this end will, you would think, leave them on the cusp of victory. They like to go. I think they like to go 7-3, Roy. So, to get these two, we'll only need 2 points from victory.
Right.
So a bit of pressure on Eileen now to play a good bowl. It's not the worst bowl in the world, but I think it's just going to drift by. Oh, Maeve just fell in and saved. Yeah, a good save in the end from Eileen. 6-3.
Yeah, Eileen's one of the original group. I guess she's been coming here with her husband Eddie for about 12 years, so she'll be quite familiar with the setup at Athena Beach.
Chris Simpson maintaining this, well, fuller length jack. Of course, this event kindly sponsored by the Royal Artemis Medical Centre. The prize fund of £1,400, with the winner receiving 400, and runner-up 200, semi-finalists 140, and the games that you've seen this afternoon, the losing quarter-finalists will receive £90. Well, Chris would have ideally wanted to take a yard out, and he's put a small yard in his first. This bowl's not finishing short of the jack either.
Chance for this.
No, good ball. A good ball. Good ball from Peter. Played on exactly the same bowl as mine. Sat on the counter and bowl. Well, Roy.
Have you reached?
Good ball this.
Yeah.
Needed that. Four, 6 as he play. Of course, with the green to themselves, Roy, they can go wherever they want.
Yeah.
They're cutting the green in half, Roy.
Nothing wrong with that, yeah. All right. Only about 25 yards here. Playing finger peg.
Very careful with the weight of your bowl. Big difference from in the length from the last end. And the players will have to adjust to it.
Yeah, I know when you're playing down here towards the sea, if you don't have a perfect length, it just hangs back a finger peg.
Simo's technically Simo's running after this ball, which is not something I thought I'd ever be saying.
Eileen's on a very tight line here.
There's plenty of room for Peter to get in here, Roy.
Yeah, I'm sure Peter will get in here. He's wondering which peg to go.
Good ball from Peter.
Yep.
Played toward us. Well, this is further, Roy.
He's just inside the line, but she might hit something.
Still not getting through that gap, Roy. Peter's played tighter.
Yeah.
Will it get past everything? Well, they've kicked 2 out. Tony Chesters has come on with the measures. They're just looking at this, right? Pecking for game,
yeah.
As you would say. Only 2. Lead out now at 8-4, all but Roy.
Playing finger peg here, going about 28 yards. Not all that far. Should be able to get a decent ball here. It's just sliding by.
I think Chris knew there was something wrong with it as soon as he let it go. It was maybe a little bit wider than he would have liked. Chris will be happy with this ball. Bit of work here for Eileen. Of course, they couldn't really lie game. Good effort that, Roy.
Yeah.
What a good ball that was from Peter. Close light game.
Yep.
You think the actual ball really should be Irene making sure she's playing a couple of yards over. And that concludes the quarter-finals as the semi-finals have just now been called on. Martin Gilpin and Tom Holt, Ken Powry and Paul Dennison. We'll just go through the the scores, so Martin Gilpin and Tom Holt won 9-4. Ken Powry and Paul Dennison won 9-2. Kerry Morris and Joan Asquith 9-4. And of course Chris Simpson and Peter Idden 9-4. So the pairings for the semi-final: Gilpin and Holt will play Powry and Dennison, and Morris and Asquith will play Simpson and Idden. This is for the Royal Artemis Medical Centre doubles, played in the Athena Beach Hotel in Cyprus on a very, very pleasant Sunday afternoon. For those wanting to keep in contact with us, we are of course on Twitter at Live Bowls. Ken Powry is one of a long-term member of a long-term visitor to this green, Roy.
The Seshope group, yes, he's one that's been coming for close on 14 years, and he's almost a permanent resident now. He's been here since the 31st of January. That's why he's the colour that he is.
That's not a bad idea, Roy. I wouldn't mind doing it myself. Good ball there from Martin. Well, you'd say nothing for short, Roy, and unfortunately Paul's left it.
Yeah. Yes, he'll be unhappy with that.
Well, 2 to Martin Gilpin and Tom Holt.
Sometimes it takes a while for these pairings to gel because it's being a random draw. They've never played with those particular partners before, and I know from my experience in playing pairs, sometimes it takes up to 2 years to get a good partnership. So they're doing very well.
Thumb pegged, I think.
This is an interesting mark. Yeah, he's playing right through the centre of the green, as you said. Thumb peg, nearly 10 yards out of the corner. About 28 yards.
Unfortunately, left room for Ken. There's the danger of overcorrecting here, right? Putting one out the back.
Got the line perfect, but just too far.
Fuller connection on that jack would have been handy for Martin. And Ken's bowl is still the closest. And this is looking good, right?
Yeah.
That was a bit of a dangerous bowl.
Yeah. Ken's playing finger peg through the centre of the green, about 29 yards here. It's a typical Ken Powdery mark. You won't see him go for the corner. This is the kind of length that Ken Powdery likes to play.
That's a very, very good lead, Roy.
Don't lock it in.
Tom short again. Bit of work here for Martin. Martin's changed peg, right?
Yes, he has. He's not far off.
Well, he's got a bowl at the back now as well, so something to work with.
Well, it depends where this ball goes.
Well, Paul's just thinking if we can just drop another one in, count three, and make things difficult for Martin. But yeah, he's a little short of where he would have wanted to be.
Very good effort.
the Royal Artemis Medical Centre, doubles, first semi-final. It's currently 3-2.
Ken playing finger peg here, about 29 yards, coming into what can be the heaviest part of the green.
Of course, what we found last year, and from what I've seen so far, Ken's experience of playing on the green has helped him to maintain a more consistent length to the other bowlers.
Absolutely, he's put an awful lot of hours in over the years playing on the green, and of course he had a very good run last year in all the competitions.
Tom's first bowl was quite a way short, so he's had to make sure he reached. And a good ball from Paul. Nice little connection from Martin.
He's cut it down to 1 now.
Paul was talking about playing with a bit of weight on Martin's bowl to sit it out, so it's a bit brave. I don't think Ken wants him to do that. I think Ken just wants him to try and get another.
Yeah.
Another one to Ken Powrie and Paul Dennison. They now lead 4-2.
Ken sticking to his favourite 30-yard marks, playing thumb peg here. Once again, quite a decent lead. 2 feet off.
Good bowl this. A very good response by Tom. Ken just waiting for the other game on the green, someone to walk across Ken's just stepped off the mat so he can compose himself. With the extra weight, just keeping it away from its intended target. But back bowl, always useful in pairs. effort from Paul, but same result as Ken's bowl. That extra weight, just not letting the bowl peg back into its target. I think Martin's seen the bowls at the back and has just put a careful and safety bowl at the back, just making sure they have a bit of cover if the jack moves. Well, this is close. Oh, what a good effort from Paul. Unlucky with the connection though, Roy.
Yeah, it was a good effort, that, wasn't it? Just the right speed. Martin's gone the other peg now. He's gone finger peg.
I think Tom's taken Ken on one of Ken's marks.
I thought he would have gone a bit further actually, because he's playing a similar length to what Ken would play. He's playing about 27 yards here. Playing finger peg.
I thought he may have also tried the other corner, because he played quite well not so very long ago. But good length. Stuck it out a bit, I'm afraid. Didn't quite peg in to where the jack is, but see the grave danger, they are taking Ken on one of Ken's marks. A Ken type mark.
Short with this.
No, he's put a bit more in this, and it's high, wide and handsome.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I say, beauty about pairs. It's a back bowl. May become useful, Roy.
All depends what happens with this one. He's there again.
Well, both Ken's bowls are, as you can see, are just past the jack. So Martin's thinking, well, if I can rest on them, must count. Good ball from Paul, lie 3. But there is a target now. Martin's put this down lightly.
Is he far enough? I'm going to say, is he far enough? He's done well.
Well, I think it's gone quite a bit further than we thought it might do, but I don't think it's quite gone far enough. It's certainly 2, and I think maybe a look for another.
I think Martin needs to have a word with his partner. It was a tactical blemish, that.
It was a poor jack, wasn't it?
Yeah.
4. Count of 4. What a costly jack that was, Roy.
Yeah. Ken will come back on his 30 yards now. No need to change.
Of course, they now lie all but 8-3.
Playing finger peg here, which is flat green forehand, of course.
Yeah, I don't think Ken was too happy with his bowl as soon as he sent it. I think I think he always knew he was a bit far with it. Well,
he's made up for the last end.
Yeah, very good ball that is. Ken's got to make sure he's there. There's certainly no point in playing a short bowl to that, to wait line so far. But a little bit more wayward than he may have wished. You'd think there'd be an easy bowl now for Tom to get another. He's put this down light, but it's a very quick mark. So I think it's going to get another. Ball's not short. Can he make a connection? Oh, what a good ball. Awfully bit of pressure on Martin now as he like game down. Very good effort from Martin. May have won that. Both players are standing over it, studying that end, or the head looking like trying to work out who's on. They can't make a decision, so Paul's gone up to have a look. I don't think Paul knows either. Martin's arrived as well now. Martin will throw his opinion into the mix. Oh, Martin likes his own. Pulls. So he just played to tickle the jack. Oh, good effort. Here's Martin Gilpin. He likes his own bowl. And he liked that one even more. There's been a slight movement on the jack now with that little connection of Martin, so they're just going to check and make sure. Yeah, make sure which bowl is second. Measures are required. We'll just panned over to watch the some of the flat green players as they enjoy the facilities at the Athena Beach Hotel. The hotel grounded in the background with the now much more peaceful Mediterranean. It was a bit wild yesterday, but a very tranquil scene now to everyone to enjoy. As we go back to the players,
I think I might have been tempted, if I was Martin, to switch over and Martin to have a lead of the jack. With a class player like him, he could turn the whole game around.
Because Tom's really only looking to play so far in this game, look to play a similar sort of length to what Ken would like. You'd think if Ken was sending the jack, he wouldn't have put it much more different from where it is now.
No.
A lead that Tom won't be happy with. Ken stepped in and played a good bowl. Lead 8-5, so only want one more point for game. Yeah, Tom really must try and play a good bowl here. Really must help his partner. He's better bowl, Roy, but better length, but a bit more off the land.
Yeah.
I think Ken's going to play another good bowl here, put all the pressure on Martin.
But Ken was delighted when he saw that jack go there.
And Martin's still looking at this. If he just pegs a bit, needs a peg, must peg. And Ken likes his. Here's Paul's bowl. Oh, good bowl this. Probably obscuring the jack from Martin now, so I think Martin just wants a little bit of information. Martin's not going to beat his own bowl by much, Roy, to count.
Yeah, I think he's wondering what to do. He's wondering whether to just play it through a little bit. He's trying to play a perfect length. He's not far off, you know.
Ah, good ball.
Great ball.
Just use his own bowl just to get a little bit closer. Cool pull with a shot for game now. Just got to play Martin's bowl out. Got that excellent bowl of Martin's. 1 to them. 6-8 now. They're getting a bit closer. A little bit different, Roy. I know it's not much for
different part of the green. Again, similar length though. Around about 29 yards, playing thumb peg. His backhand.
Oh. Long tapes have been called by Ken. Slightly surprising, because we would think he hasn't got an awful lot to beat there.
Well, no, I don't understand that, because he's 5 feet off with the lead. You'd think that with his first ball he'd be able to beat that. But even if he gets the jack back, he's not going to do an awful lot different.
He could have just got on with it and play one. And the length of the mark will be tested by Tony Chesters and the man in the screen, the fine hunking physique of Paul Hemming, known as Angry. He's probably, as he leaves the green, muttering, I've had to bend down here, I've had to come on the green, bend down, and that's the mark's about 24 yards. After all that, Ken puts one on the jack. I just do that before.
Not sure.
he's positioned the back bowl for Martin to consider using. Useful bowler Ken's there.
Certainly is.
Striking bowl from Martin removes Ken's second counting bowl. I think it's fairly safe to predict what Martin's going to play with this one. It's a good bowl of Paul there, put him on round the back again. Martin's made connection with the counting bowl, which has made connection with the jack, and it's gone end over end. And now I think Tom Holt's bowl, his second one he sent, is now the counting bowl, but there is plenty of room for Paul Dennison if he can find a length, and I think he has done on the shaking hands. So that's a 9-6 win for Ken Powrie and Paul Dennison. So we're just going to switch over to the other semi-final, which is Chris Simpson and Peter Idden, with Kerry Morris and Joan Asquith. Quite sure what happened there, Roy, but we do know there's a slight round of applause, so something good went on.
Well, Kerry's giving captain's instructions to Joyce now, telling her where to go. It's a good thing. She's playing her finger peg.
I think they lead
29 yards.
I think they lead 7-6, Roy. A little bit loose with the lead. Chris is chasing this one in, Roy. He must like it. Good ball from Chris. Kerry likes this one. He keeps on looking at it. Just needs to finish a little bit more. Oh, he can't believe he's left it short, Roy.
He got the line perfectly there, didn't he? Just another yard, that would have been a front toucher.
Plenty of advice for Peter from his partner.
He's given up on that.
Well, no, he said his bowls were weak, but he needs to be negative biased for that one to count. Kerry be thinking, do I try and just pass my own, or do I play with weight onto the counting bowl? When he's tried to just pass his own, after it, getting as close as he can to the bowl as possible. Oh, he can't believe not only has he not done what he wanted to do, he's not even reached his first. Oh my word! Chris Simpson can't believe what just happened. Peter's bowl going for another has knocked Kerry's bowl at least a foot closer. Chris Simpson's gone to talk to his mate Paul Hemming, saying along the lines of, I can't believe he's just done that. But thankfully, not far enough.
They've got away with it, haven't they?
I'm not sure I've ever seen Chris Simpson move that quick. Seven each.
Playing finger peg here, about 31 yards.
Not the worst lead in the Royal in the world, that.
Yeah.
Joyce a little heavy with her weight. Well, Roy, what a good bowl that is.
Very good.
Still, bowl on for Peter here. Either play on to Joyce's bowl or just knocks Chris's bowl a bit closer. Somehow manages to miss everything and connect with neither bowl or jack. Kerry obviously now wants to play another light game, put all the pressure on Peter, but he must be careful. Can't afford to move Chris's bowl. Played a really good bowl. They're seven each before this ends, so they now light game. Wow, what's this bowler Peter's saying? Tight as it dare be. Oh, yep. No connection. So the result of this game, Joyce Asquith and Kerry Morris win 9-7. just before the final, there's going to be a little few photos done, and we'll hand you over. I'll leave you with the wise words of Roy Armson, and for someone for Roy to talk to, I'll hand you over to Mel Evans as well.
Afternoon, Roy.
Good afternoon, Mel.
It's a good bowling. Closest game of the day, that one.
Yeah, very interesting. Some good pairings.
I agree with you. I thought that Martin Gilpin and Tom Holt should have swapped early. I think it needed Martin experience leading at the end.
Yes, I couldn't understand that really, because it just wasn't working for them, and I'm sure Martin would have gone a lot further with the jack. But that's what happens. These short games, if you don't make the right decision, it can be all over. But it's been a beautiful afternoon for bowling. In fact, it's even made me think I'd like to get my bowls out again.
Well, I think you should, Roy, yeah. I'm sure you've not been in so many good commentary boxes of this one over the years. Very pleasant.
No, I've not been in one which has been bathed in sunshine like this.
I have had one message on Twitter. We got a lot of flat green bowlers watching, Roy, asking if they're playing with the same jacks. Obviously, as a former employee of Thomas Daly, you can explain to the world the difference in the jacks and the weights.
Yeah, the flat green jack is a perfect circle, whereas the crown green jack is elliptical in shape, and of course it is biased in exactly the same way as the bowls. Flat green jack being a perfect circle, it's centred in the centre of the rink, and you're able to draw to it on both hands, forehand and backhand. The crown green jack being biased, the trick is that when you're playing crown green balls is to believe the jack and to follow it with your bowl, because the bowls by and large are of a similar bias to the jack. One or two personal preferences that people have. They might like a bowl a little bit stronger, but by and large follow the jack and you won't go far wrong.
And the weight of the jacks, Roy? They're all standard these days?
Yeah, what's happened is modern technology with all computerised lathes. The jacks in the old vernacular, it's 23.5 ounces, and they're very tight on tolerances now, so no matter who's manufactured the jack, you can be assured that it's pretty well standard.
It's an interesting competition because it's drawn for partners, wasn't it, Roy?
Yeah, it's when you get a random draw, obviously you get some good partnerships and other partnerships which take a while to gel. But when they're on holiday, surprising, people can soon gel as long as they get the way each other likes to play. Some people don't like to lead and other people like to follow, so it's just a case of working that out. This particular game we're on now, Ken Powley likes to lead.
Yeah. What makes a good doubles partnership, Roy? You've had a lot of good partners over here, Noel Burrows, Norman Heslop, some top players.
I think sometimes it takes a while to gel. I think Noel Burrows and I took nearly 2 years, and I think it's having a good understanding with each other's play, and not only that, I think you don't want to fall out with one another. If either one of you makes a mistake, you've got to forget it and concentrate on the next end. But concentration is the key.
Yeah. Yeah, we both had quite a lot of success over the years in doubles, haven't we, Roy?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I've won something like 80 doubles with some good partners, Johnny Turner and Lynn Pritchard here, obviously, and you must have a good record in doubles yourself.
Yes, I've not won as many as you.
You've won some good ones.
Yes, I have to say I've picked some good partners. Although the strange thing was that on one occasion I wasn't able to play, so I thought, what a brilliant idea! I'll put Norman Heslop and Noel Burrows together. They'll be absolutely marvellous. They couldn't win a game. It just shows you.
It happened, yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree. You have to get on well with your partner as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the final. It's the first end, 9 up. First prize of £400. Nice pickup. Get a few Keos in the bar, that, Roy?
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a few of those.
Good ball there from Joyce. Just remind you we're on Twitter. I hope everybody's enjoying these pictures. You can join us at Live Bowls at this glorious venue. One of the best in the world, Roy, this.
Yes, he's done well finding this place, Seth Hope, and getting it all set up. He's done a wonderful job, and everybody thoroughly enjoys it each time they come.
Yeah, we were here in December for the World Bowls Atlantic Championships, and what a marvellous event that was, Roy. You know, all these different countries, we thoroughly enjoyed it. It's lovely to come back again for a crown event.
Yeah, I'm sure you had a great time with that.
Well, I am aware a lot of the flat green people around the world are tuning in and watching this. I hope they enjoy a different variation of bowls. Nice to see the relaxed dress code as well, Roy. British Crown green dress code, of course, green or black trousers, collared shirts, but here they said let's have an holiday atmosphere, wear what you like.
Yeah, well, I think the weather is conducive to wearing shorts, isn't it?
Yeah,
and that
right,
kind of thing. And one or two club shirts, and the odd football shirt, but what does it matter?
Good prize money here as well, £8,750 in total in this festival over this week. Well sponsored events from the hotel and of course various sponsors. This one, the Royal Artemis Medical Centre. Good first end here, Roy. Close bowls.
Very good.
That you'd expect in the final. This is the sixth game these doubles have played today. On to Joyce. You obviously know her very well. You've been coming here for a few years. She played really well. Teamed up with Kerry Morris, one of the top players in the country.
Yeah, they seem to have developed a really good partnership, and she's listening to what Kerry's telling her when he wants her to change the pattern of play.
1-0 Morris and Asquith. First to 9.
Coming about 27 yards. This is Joyce's thumb peg. It's her forehand. This is the kind of length that Kerry wants her to keep to.
Yeah, it's a sort of length that Ken likes as well.
Yeah, I think by choice he'd just go that little bit further.
He's turning his peg here, right?
But this is the part of the green he likes. He likes coming into this part of the green, does Ken.
Slightly overplayed. Joyce sticking to the same hand as the jack. You said earlier, Royal, for flat green there is a variation in white, different paces here and there.
Yeah.
Ken's got another coming in out. Good ball. Chance, Roy, isn't it?
It's a very good effort. What a good ball.
He's done it. Shot. So sort of length Kerry likes, Roy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is only his second visit, so he's really picked up the greens very, very well. But of course it's the sign of a top-class player like he is.
He was telling me he lost in the final of a tournament on artificial surface last Saturday in Stoke-on-Trent, a new green at Biddulph.
Oh right, oh yes, he was telling me about that. Yeah. So he's in practice.
Yeah, used to the carpet at the moment. Quite sure what Kerry's doing with the second ball. Just a little bit of protection. Bookmaking days, Roy, who would you be making the favourites in this final?
I would be making Kerry Morrison Joyce favourite.
Despite Ken's experience on the green?
I'd be surprised. I was surprised because, as you rightly say, Ken's got a lot of experience, and but the way they're playing and the way they've gelled together. Look at that, she's playing about 28 yards and it's only 18 inches off.
Can you run? Yeah, just got inside.
This is a test for her now. See whether she can just punch her own ball in.
That's a shot. Give it the pace to do it, Roy.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's actually giving a little bit more room for Ken now. We've got 4 feet there, I guess.
And I think if Joyce can hold her own with Ken, I think Kerry is the better of the two back players.
Yeah, I have to agree, yeah. Don't quite know what to expect from Paul at times. Although he's played very well today.
Yeah.
Well, surprised that ball. Thought Ken would have got in there. He's given it a bit too much to do. Has Kerry reached with this? Labouring, needs to find that gap. Surely Paul's got to be coming at this thumb bias, hasn't he, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing with this.
Oh, looks a decent road. Can he stop? Kerry must follow that in, surely.
I'm sure he will, yeah.
There's lots of balls in the way of the other players. Yeah, good shot again. And Paul wants the fire of this one, right?
He's dying to strike at those.
It looks a bit on the skinny side, too near us. One more. 3 ends, 3 singles. You might be going into overtime, Roy. Is it time and a half for overtime, is it? The rate?
Yeah, should be.
We might miss the happy hour at this rate.
Well, Joyce has shortened it up considerably here. She's playing her thumb peg, her forehand, playing about 25 yards. Good lead.
Seems to like a round peg. That's something for you to explain. What's a round peg, right? For our flat green viewers.
Round peg is is bias away from the crown and bias towards the ditch, so that you have the bias of the ball and the slope of the crown taking the ball and the jack in a big circle. So in a crown green, what they're playing now would effectively be round peg.
And obviously coming off the crown of the green would show a lot more bias as well, Roy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she lies too. Kerry likes this one. You can't see in this final, Roy, any of these players are going to vary the length at all.
No.
Sure, whoever leads out is going to be playing similar lengths.
I mean, Ken Powley won't go any more than 30 yards, and neither will Joyce, I don't think, on Kerry's instructions.
Yeah. Paul needs a jack. Made two. Nice pickup.
If he's coming finger peg, he's got a job to get past all those short balls.
The other two greens are well occupied today with flat green polos, Roy. I think there's a group of 90 here from the UK.
Yeah, they've really been enjoying themselves. I think from the south of England, and they've,
that's right.
I think they've been making the mark in the bar.
And they've played a couple of local teams as well. In a friendly game, they played Coral Bay Bowling Club yesterday, I gather.
All right.
So it's 4 ends, 4 singles, right?
Yeah.
Came back on one of his favourite marks.
Yes, Ken's playing finger peg, about 31 yards here.
It's gone a yard or so.
I like the way that Kerry's encouraging Joyce all the time through the game. He's whispering in her ear, not sweet nothings, he's just whispering, you know, telling her what to do. I think it's a really good way to play that.
That's what makes a good pairing, as we said earlier. Encouraging your partner.
Absolutely. The plan's gone wrong there, but nevertheless.
When you were playing doubles, Roy, and you were leading, what was your plan? I mean, I've always took the view, when any doubles I've played, if I'm going first, which I normally have, my job is to beat the lead player. get my 1 or 2 news, you've done your job then.
Yeah, I used to, depending on who we were playing, I'd play long or short. I remember when we were playing at Rill, I was playing with Norman Heslop, and he said, whatever you do, keep the jack in the green, because he played with £2 14 ounce balls, and he couldn't stop them in the brown.
Yeah, he did play with big balls, Norman. Yeah,
we used to play on our opponent's weakness.
Yeah, Paul Boyce has just taken it away. Can this one stop right?
Yes.
Yeah, good shot. So it's a perfect day for bowling today, right?
Yeah.
It was a dodgy day yesterday.
Yeah, perfect.
So the weather looks good for the next 2 days of this championship.
Very good.
4-1, Morrison Asquith the lead. 4-1, 5 ends. They're certainly going round the green, right?
Yeah, playing through the centre of the green. She's playing her thumb peg, her forehand. Just a little bit short here. 4 feet.
Bob Kent. Nearly done it here. A good effort.
What an excellent ball.
The referee Tony Chester coming in to have a look. He's won it. What a good ball. One of yours, that was right. Actually, it's one of mine because it's a left-handed ball, that one.
Yeah.
Now, what's Kerry going to do? He can't really afford to play up, can he?
No, he can't. Ideally, he could do with one just a foot short.
Yeah, he's wisely having a look. It always looks a little bit different from that end, Roy.
Yeah, one thing I like about Kerry Morris is that he takes great care with his second ball. You'll never see him rush his second ball. He always takes great care with it, which I think is very important.
Kerry's one of the favourites in the main event on Tuesdays in the last 16. Should have a good chance, Roy.
Yes, yes. Wouldn't want to back against him. Well, a blocker.
Yeah. Not always easy to put one in the way, is it, Roy?
No, it's one of the most difficult balls to play, a blocker. You cannot, because I just think you're either just fractionally out.
Doing here, Paul.
Oh, there you go.
What a good shot. Made 2. Bowl of the day. As you say, it is difficult putting a ball in the way sometimes, Roy.
Yeah.
You have to adjust both line and weight.
I would have preferred it a lot nearer, you know, as I said, about a foot short would have been ideal.
What a good ball of Paul's. Can Kerry do the same? Give it a chance. Ken's saying be careful, Paul. Got room for one, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Within 2 feet. Hope all the viewers are enjoying this bowls from the sunshine of Cyprus. And the pictures look very good on our screen. At least we stopped the singles, right?
Well, I wonder whether we'll see anything different. It cries out for someone to go a bit further, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
I don't think we will.
It's Campari leading out at 3-4 in this final. The winner first 1-9.
Ken's playing finger peg, his forehand, about 28 yards right through the centre of the green.
What's she doing there?
Excellent.
Good ball again.
I don't know whether Ken's using this plan of playing his finger peg allegedly against Joyce's hand. I mean, you must have had that quite a few times,
I've seen
people
it,
playing finger peg, but you get used to it, don't you?
Yeah. I just don't like playing left-handers. Someone told me yesterday they played Ken and he played that boys every end throughout every game. That must be something he fancies, Roy. I don't think it's a tactical thing.
No, right.
He nearly did it. Could easily turn Ken's in for another. Certainly nothing for sure for Kerry either, Roy.
No, it's just across, I think.
Oh,
Wicker's World.
yeah. Now then, what's that done? A ball on the right, looks like it might have a bit of a chance, Roy.
Yeah.
That's Joyce's ball, I think. Well, good ball to Kerry's, just opened it up as well.
Yeah.
No, he's not sent it. It's run out of petrol quick, that. There's room for Kerry to get another. Door clear on this finger boys, Roy.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, he's put it back enough.
Just everything's wrong with that.
Yeah.
One more. Scoreboard moves on to 5-3. Here we have the board being turned over. The marker there, Irene Pritchard, topping up a 10. Not a bad crowd, are there? People all around the green on these three sides, right?
Yeah, they're very good. The holiday group, they all watch and support one another, even though they're not playing. They're very good at that.
Yeah. When they ran about 100 people made the trip over. 64 playing in the tournaments, plus visitors, friends and so on. I must say, I mean, we've been here now nearly 10 days and the weather's been superb, right, isn't it?
Yeah, apart from one little flurry Friday
one
night.
Day, yeah.
Apart from that, it's been great.
Yeah, it stopped us going to the fish and chip shop.
Measuring for a length.
Yeah. What time are we going to go for dinner tonight then, Roy? We're sorted while they're doing this.
Well, this has to be 19 metres from the centre of the mat to the nearest point of the jack.
Yeah. Good view of the measure there. Tony Chesters and Steve Davis in action with the tape. And I'm thinking it's a mark, Roy. Yeah, it is.
Just.
Anybody thinking of coming over here as well, Roy? Fabulous hotel, good food, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with the food in the hotel.
Even the bread and butter pudding for you, Roy.
Yeah. Porridge at breakfast, can't go wrong.
Yeah. She's nearly got another here, Roy.
Excellent.
She has, yeah.
Excellent, yeah. Pretty wide target, but nevertheless, they've got to be beaten.
Well, if Ken can just get a nibble and jack to make two, he's got the furthest ball at the back. Well, he's not short, that's for sure. In the neighbourhood.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, won it. Oh, Kerry's got to play a similar shot to that shit. I mean, the ball on the right is joisted. He can use that as well.
Yeah, that then was what the flat green people don't like. They don't like you leaving a shoulder that you can come off, and that was a typical example of that.
Oh, played at it. Just over the top slightly. Yep. The boy stuck it away. Yeah, Paul says, "Where do you want to put this, Ken?" I'm sure Ken will be saying, "Put it around the back a little bit." Kerry's got two shots on there really, say off the shoulder of the ball or just push the nearest one out, the one you can see right by the jack, push it out for two. Paul Dennison's ball's on its way. No, he's nearly got another, Roy. Oof. Oh, bigger target now. Good end of balls this, Roy.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, well, they should get them near on that sort of a length.
No, that by your foot before. This one?
Yeah, Kerry. Just asking the lie of the balls. Yeah, he got some pace in this one. Must have something. Oh, I missed a lot. Didn't look possible, Roy.
Yeah, you thought he'd get something there, didn't you?
Yeah. Ken stole Paul to carry his last ball. Settle for one. Yeah. 4-5.
We'll need the lights on at this rate.
Yeah. And they're very good for the lights as well. They were using them here for the World Bowls event, right? We had some evening sessions.
Ah, very good.
Which was quite cool, 9-10 o'clock at night in December. And good lights. And I must say, a wonderful look to see all these rings used under floodlight and the different countries in all their national outfits, which was a great occasion, very colourful. And the World Bowls need applauding for the way they put the event on. Excellent.
Ken sticking to his finger peg. Just to the side of the centre of the green. Played about a yard short.
Probably the longest length of the final, right? Ken line 2. When we arrived, Roy, as well, they're saying that the temperatures have been on average 10 degrees higher than normal for this time of the year.
Oh, right.
And we're going to have the same tomorrow in the high 20s. You need to get your knotted hanky on your head, Roy, tomorrow.
Bit awkward for Kerry here. He's just got to miss those short balls on the outside to have a chance.
We'll find the gap in the back of them. Getting a few comments, people from around the world enjoying the pictures and the sound. I'm sure a lot of you would like to be here with us then. You know, it's a bit nippy in the UK, right, at the moment.
I believe so. Ken's asking Paul to come the other peg here. He's come thumb peg. It's just nipping across, I think. Very difficult now for Kerry.
Everything's in the way. Thinking hard about it. Playing with pace. Oh, through the lot again. I think that is 4. Across the mark, I think Harry and Dennison got a 4 there. If it is, that changed the course of the game somewhat. If it was 4, they lead 8-5, right? First to 9.
Yeah.
How did Kerry miss all that though?
Bad end for Joyce, that.
Now Ken's going a long way now.
Well, a long way for him. Finger peg. Yeah, about 30 yards.
Well, when you want one per game, that'll do for starters, right?
Yeah, he leads well. He leads well, does Ken, doesn't he? He really does.
8-5 they lead. 1 needed. Yeah, Joyce.
Not reaching.
Yeah, can't reach. Just caught of a length and pace, right?
Yeah. Oof.
I don't think he could have placed that any better.
No, he couldn't. To beat that on that.
Yeah, Joyce just over the top. She give it a chance. Ken telling Paul put one around the back. Kerry's not going to be short, that's for sure. And the first prize there, they're playing for £400. Nice little pick-up, Roy.
It is, yeah, very good.
Kerry's playing through the head with pace. Nearly done it. Don't look, he took one out. Two again.
He's going to try and come for the jack, that's all he can do.
He's got to get past that short ball, Roy. It's close. Nearly done it.
What a great ball.
What a good shot that is. Now then. How many have got there now? Two. Oh, good ball, Kerry. 7-8. Game on now. Well, there's some good balls played in this final.
Be interesting now to see what instructions he gives Joyce.
I would imagine it'd be something like play a toucher. Morris and Asquith 7. Perry Dennison 8.
Playing her thumb peg right through the middle of the green, about 26 yards.
If ever she needed to lead it now, it's left it 4 feet. Room for Kent. Looks a bit tight line, Roy.
Yeah,
that.
on the inside, I'm afraid.
Down to Kerry now to save the game again. Kerry, what are we saying here? It's inside the line. Gone out. Perry and Dennison lie up. Kelly Morris now with the final bowl of theirs. Got to really play a dead one, Roy.
Yeah, just got to play to beat it. That's all he can do.
Well, it's on its way.
Well, he's put it out wider.
Oh, he's after it. Who runs it wins. Oh, it's just hung out.
Just hung out, yeah.
That's it. Final over. Good game, Roy.
Excellent game, yeah. Some really good ends played there. They've all played well, all the four of them.
So Ken Parry and Paul Dennison, 9-7 winners. And we'll be hoping to get Ken and Paul up here for a chat. Will Lynn, you enjoyed that competition, Roy?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
And we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow it's the finals of the men's and ladies singles, commencing 11 a.m. here, 9 a.m. in the UK. And should be some good bowling there, Roy, again.
Very good.
We looked at the betting. The ladies singles, Lynn Pritchard's favourite. I mean, you can't look much further than Lynn, can you, in that lineup?
No, the way I watched her play today, and the way she delivers her balls, it's reminiscent of a lot of the way that some of the old professional players play, because she's a low centre of gravity, and they all go out very smooth.
Yeah. And the men's singles, another good lineup there. A lot of good players through.
Yeah.
Gilpin, Nicholson, Fitzpatrick, Kerry Morris we've seen, so we're in for a real treat tomorrow. So it's we go live from 9 a.m. in the UK, 11 a.m. local time. Then on Tuesday, the final of the big one. I've had a look at the betting on that. I think they got Robbie Fitzpatrick, the older, was one of the favourites. And again, a good lineup. I must admit, I was impressed with Kerry well when he played his qualifying rounds the other day, Roy.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's it. Next 2 days, some good bowling for anybody to watch anywhere around the world. And we'll be back in a moment with Lynn. Will be having a chat to the successful pairing of Ken and Paul.
Joining me now are the Royal Artemis Medical Centre Open Doubles champions, Ken Powrie and Paul Dennison. Just turning to Ken first. You've played superb all day, Ken, really, and obviously I know yourself quite a lot of green knowledge that probably would have come in useful today.
Yeah, correct, yeah. It's a very tricky green. You've got to put them up. But, I mean, we played really well. We have played really well. And I must say, to losers, Kerry Morris come up with some fantastic balls to save, you know. I mean, it must have been a good final to watch.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, I was down at Greenside watching it, and I think the turning point in the final was the 4 in the corner, and with both the Kerry's bowls, he went through gaps that just didn't look possible for him to go through.
We planned that, though, didn't we? We planned that. We said we get for a specific end. You see, forward planning does everything.
Well, Paul, obviously you're like ourselves a frequent visitor out to this beautiful island and this fantastic hotel. Obviously you must be delighted, but it really is a superb event, and Seth Hope, the tournament organiser, deserves every accolade, doesn't he?
He does, he really does. But I mean, the facilities here are absolutely superb. I don't think you find anything in bowling better, to be honest with you. The hotels are superb. And the matches today have been really, really good. I mean, you can never say until last wood, can you, as to who's going to win, you know. Really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, yeah. And Ken's right, you know, the final, really closely contested. You know, yeah, Kerry Morris, we saw in the semi-final, played some superb bowls to obviously keep in the game. And it has to be said that his lead player, Joyce Asquith, played really well.
Some very good leads up, yeah, she did. All credit to her.
Yeah. Well, there you go, gents. I think you've earned yourself a hard couple of pints of Keogh this evening. So.
And a few brandies.
And of course, Paul, I know it's all luck of the draw with partners, but obviously in Ken you had a lead player that is highly experienced on the green. That obviously helps, doesn't it?
It does. It certainly does. End of the day, you need lady luck on your side, however well you bowl, you know. But yeah, very, very good ball.
Yeah. Well, gents, many congratulations, and we look forward to obviously seeing you in action for the remainder of the tournament.
You have a good night tonight.
Thank you. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's it. We're going to let these two gents, Royal Artemis Medical Centre Open Doubles champions, Ken Powrie and Paul Dennison, go for a hard-earned pint. We hope you've enjoyed our programme this afternoon. We will be returning tomorrow, 9 o'clock a.m. UK time, 11 o'clock a.m. Cypriot time. So please join us. Until then, it's goodbye for now.